Hello dear viewer, welcome again to my channel. Today we want to talk about water. Water has many roles. Water has many roles to play in our body, and we want to understand those roles. We want to understand what may happen when you don't take water, and some signs that can show that water is not enough, when and why we need to take it. So welcome, let us move together. And in case you have not subscribed, please subscribe, click that button, give us a thumbs up if you like it, and let us understand each other so that we are able to also improve or give you better what you require. Welcome, my viewer. Now, water. Water has a lot of roles to play in the human body. Water has a role to play in the human body, and before we move into those roles, water, there are certain areas or certain organs that have water surrounding them, and they only function well when that water and the level is maintained. And as we shall be able to see, we'll realize that certain organs cannot function when we are dehydrated, when the body is dehydrated. And a better term for dehydration would be lack of water or less water in the body. So when there is less water in the body, we talk about dehydration. So let us look at some of the uses of water within the body. The eye cannot function well without water. Yeah, remember that when something goes into your eye, the tears that come out is part of water. For your eyeballs to roll, or even for you to look sides or front or backwards without turning, that eyeball must move in the atmosphere where there is water. That is a major organ that cannot function well without water. Your mouth cannot function well without water. Even the way I'm speaking, I cannot speak well without water. Yeah, so water is an important part for the functioning of the mouth. You cannot swallow your food if there's no water. You cannot talk well when there is no water. And even your nose has several roles to play, and the nose in its role of taking in air and out, and also being a filter for particles in the air, that cannot work if there is no water. Number two, water is a major carrier of nutrients. Once digestion is through in the gut system, then in the small intestine and also part of the colon, you'll find that those nutrients must be dissolved in water so that they are easily uptaken into the blood. So nutrients and oxygen, for them to move from their source to other body cells, you must have water. Water protects some major organs in the body. There are some organs that are surrounded by water, and that water offers cushioning impact onto them. And one of such organs is the heart. We have the pericardial fluid, which surrounds the heart, and the amount of that water must be consistent. That the amount must be maintained for your heart to function well. Yeah. Number two of such organ is the lungs. The lungs is also surrounded by water, and that water offers a cushioning effect between for the lungs, so that in case something presses on the ribs, that force is not felt by the lungs. The kidneys, for example, also has water surrounding it. The eye, we talked about the eye having water for it to function well, and the water for the eye is called aqueous humor. Aqueous humor is the fluid that you'll find in the eye. is, as compared to the pericardiac fluid, it offers also the same work. Now, those are some of the organs that cannot work well without water. I'm only trying to make you understand why we advocate that you should actually have time to have water as part of your meal. Water should accompany you every day, everywhere. Sip water every day, everywhere. Water is important for you to remove waste from the body. It must, the body should be well hydrated. I know up to now, I believe you understand that your fecal matter cannot come out of your body when there is no water. Otherwise, that fecal matter will be too hard for you even to push out. Yeah, the fecal matter only leaves your colon when it is accompanied by little water. Otherwise, it can be so hard, and it can be into small particles. Like I meet many of my clients saying that my fecal matter these days is like that one of a goat, in pieces, which is an indication that there is either a problem with absorption or there is a problem with water intake. So water is very, very important because it helps your body in terms of removing waste. Waste comes out of the body with sweat. Wastes come out of the body with the fecal matter. Wastes also come out of the body with the urine. So for your kidneys to function well, it needs water for that purification. For that filtration to take place. Yeah, and also for the urine to be bulky enough, because that bulk also is very important, because when it is over concentrated, then you are likely to suffer from what we call kidney stones. So when there is enough water, then the over concentration of the filtrates in the kidney is kept at a good level, so that the urine comes out with all the wastes from the body that is supposed to come out with. So water also assists in the digestion, so that we don't talk about constipation. At this point, viewer, allow me say that temperature regulation. Water has a role to play in terms of temperature regulation. I want to believe that you've realized that when the weather is so hot and the body feels so hot, you will realize that you start sweating. Without you knowing or with you knowing, the body will be able to remove sweat, and that sweat regulates body temperature, because the water that comes onto the surface of the skin is able to evaporate, and as it evaporates, the body temperature comes down, it cools the body. So water is also very important in regulating body temperature, and especially when you are exercising in hot weather, you'll find that you should be able to take in water as you do your exercise, so that the heat within does not affect your inner organs adversely. Water is needed to protect your skin also, because without water, you'll find that the waste that come out of the skin will patch onto your skin and may cause a certain ailment. So water is needed within and without the body. Within the body, it has work to do, and on the surface of your skin, water also has work to do, because when you bathe, you remove the waste that came out with the sweat and are left on top of your skin. So water is important within and without. Finally, water is important for the functioning of your brain. And many a times when you are dehydrated, you'll find that you feel a bit of headache. I like telling my clients that sometimes you may be rushing to the hospital, that you have headache, and you go to pharmacies and you buy medication, when actually you are suffering can just be treated by water. The body is only complaining that I'm dehydrated. So you don't need to go for prescription, just go for water. So for proper functioning of your brain, you need to be hydrated, and that means you need water. Water will boost your concentration, water will boost your memory, and with that you'll find that you're not overly fatigued. Otherwise your brain will not work well when you are dehydrated. You'll find that sometimes you fall into a state of confusion, and your mood also will not be very good. You are irritable. You find that with small things you are irritated. Water finally keeps your skin radiant and healthy. Yeah, instead of looking for very expensive body ointments, water will do you much better. Water will do you good. Your skin will not be wrinkled. Yeah, some of the wrinkles we see is just because of dehydration. So water has a severe dehydration has severe impact on your skin. So keep the body hydrated.